Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi. Oh, Shang-Chi, sorry. I'm here with Vince.
What's going on?
Hey. So, I kind of came into
Did I
this
cut out
movie.
there?
What?
Did I just cut out, or can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. My bad.
Oh, oh no, it's cool. So I actually didn't see any trailers for this before I saw it, because I like coming into it fresh. So I don't know. I really had no expectations for it, so I actually liked it a lot. How about you?
Me too. Yeah, I actually I just watched it last night with my buddy, uh, Brennan, and we both thought it was a really solid film.
Yeah. I feel like it was a lot better than Black Widow, which I wasn't that big of a fan of. Like, it was okay, but it wasn't, you know,
Hmm.
I don't know. It wasn't that good. Um, I feel like this one was cool because it, like, introduced the new characters. It's been a while since we had that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the last time we had that was Black Panther. I don't know if I'm right about that, but I feel like that's the last time they introduced a new character.
Uh, Maybe was it Doctor Strange or was it Black Panther?
Oh, wait. No, it was Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I forgot about that because that movie's forgettable. Um, But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I feel like a lot of Marvel movies kind of get a little stale after a while, which is good because like if they introduce new characters, it kind of freshens things up.
Hmm.
Um, I like the main guy a lot. He was cool.
Oh, I thought it was a really like solid casting for everyone. I thought like everyone, like everyone. What am I trying to say? Who got casted or whatever? Like they played their role really well in the movie. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, my favorite was probably the best friend character. I don't remember her name. Was it like Casey or Kelsey or
Yeah, I think Katie or something like
Katie?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. She was kind of funny.
No,
She
yeah,
was,
yeah,
she was probably my
really
favorite.
good supporting actor.
Yeah,
But the comedy in this movie is like really what stood out to me. Like it was a serious movie, and like obviously Marvel's like all about having like the comedic beats and all that stuff. But I think this movie did it like really well.
yeah.
There weren't any moments where I was like, oh, like they missed it, or like I really think they hit every time they went for like a laugh. I think they did a good job at that.
Yeah,
And then some. Like there were moments like just slight little like nuances from the girl Katie or I'm pretty sure that was her name, but
yeah. I think that's her name. I just googled it. Yeah, that's her name.
okay, yeah,
I don't
they
know
were
if
just like she had like so many like little mannerisms that like made me laugh during the movie that I thought were like really clever and I don't know. I mean the story overall too. I thought it was a really solid story too.
Yeah, well, what's different about this movie for me is like a lot of the protagonists in the first movie are kind of like a fish out of water where they're discovering the world, but with Shang-Chi, he pretty much was born into this fantasy universe. So that's what made Katie an interesting character because she's just some normal girl, and to have her kind of like be the audience surrogate instead of the main character was kind of a nice twist.
Yeah, I agree. And I also liked how what I was worried about going into the movie because like I remember them announcing when they announced the movie, they said like this would show the real Mandarin, you know.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh man, like it's gonna like retcon or it's gonna make Iron Man 3 seem like nothing or whatever. And I think they respected Iron Man 3 really well, like through the dialogue at that dinner table scene.
yeah.
And I remember like telling that to my buddy during the movie. I'm like, or after the movie was over, I'm like, I'm glad that they acknowledged it and that they like respected the villains from that movie. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked Ben Kingsley. I liked how they brought him back.
Yeah, that was cool.
Normally he plays like kind of really serious characters, like
Hmm.
Gandhi and stuff, but it was kind of fun to see him kind of cut loose and play a comedic character in this. So
Yeah,
it was a nice change.
yeah, and he was one of my favorite characters from the Iron Man movies too. So that I did not expect him to come back at all. Like that was the last thing I was expecting. So that was pretty
Yeah,
cool to see.
yeah.
And
Well, I
like the
mean,
fact that
I saw his name on the postal, and I was like, oh, I wish his name wasn't on the postal.
oh, I didn't even look, but
Yeah.
uh, uh,
Um.
it was just funny to me how like they just bring him along on the journey. Like he's just kind of there. Like he doesn't really
Yeah.
do much. I thought that was pretty cool.
I liked his like whatever that thing was. It was like a dog without a face.
Oh,
I don't.
Maurice.
Yeah, that thing was
Yeah,
funny.
that was cool. Yeah.
I also liked how they brought back that one guy from Doctor Strange. I think his name is Wong. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's his
Wong.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
or
don't know.
Han.
It's
Is it Wong or
uh
Han? One of the two.
one of the two. I don't know. but he was kind of cool. Like it's just like seeing what he does when he's not with Doctor Strange, just fighting people in random places. I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool. And they had Abomination, which I thought was cool, but I already saw that in the trailer, obviously.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, overall, like I thought it was a really like action was really good, the story was good.
yeah.
The pacing, I mean, the battle at the end was a little long, but I think that it was like
I feel like it kind
I
of
thought it
like
was fine.
I feel like it
I thought
kind
it
of
was
went
fine.
into like the Marvel flaw of like the last 20 minutes is this big CGI battle scene. Like every Marvel movie, I mean, no matter how much I like it, I feel like my brain kind of switches off during that bit. Like,
Honestly, I was pretty invested. I mean, I was watching it in IMAX too, which helps a lot. Uh, but yeah, I mean, overall, like during the story, I thought I was like pretty invested in just the whole time until the end of it. Like I was kind of I honestly thought that like someone was gonna die, whether it was his friend or his sister. I thought that one of the
yeah.
two were gonna die, but I thought it was a really solid ending, and
Do you think the
I don't
dad
know.
was
I
a
mean, overall,
sorry?
I don't know. You're fine. Overall, like I really don't have a problem with like any of the story beats. I mean, maybe if I watch it a second time, I'm like, oh, like whatever. But as of now, like I can't really think of anything that or any problems I'd have with the story. I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah. Do you think the dad was a bit too crazy?
No, I understood. I mean, like it was kind of like the same thing with Thanos. Like they gave a villain like a good reason for their intentions.
Yeah.
Uh, like his wife, he really thought that she was trying to, call to him. So like, I understood like the urgency that he had to getting what he needed or what he wanted or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, man, like overall, like I during the movie, like I was thinking, like, does that make sense? And I'm like, yeah, well, it does. Everything kind of made sense to me.
Yeah. It was fun. Like, the balance between comedy and drama was done very well.
Yeah,
Feel like a lot of Marvel movies can't really get that right, but this one definitely did.
for sure.
Um, yeah. Do you think Marvel's making too many stuff, like too many shows and movies?
I think that with the shows coming out, it's kind of getting cluttered a little bit. But at
Yeah.
the same time, like uh, with the direction that they're going and building this big universe of stuff, I think it is kind of more necessary to release more because um, it seems like we had the Infinity Saga up until 2019, and Spider-Man: Far From Home was kind of like the epilogue to that, and
Yeah.
then I think that this is going to probably be called like the Multiverse Saga, in my opinion, because it seems like they're going to kind of with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and Loki. It seems like and Kang and Ant-Man and all that stuff. It seems like they're kind of going into that area of exploration or whatever you want to call it. Of
Yeah.
just I
Kind of
think
with
that
like the What If series
yeah,
that's on right now. I'm a
yeah,
little
I
behind
think
on
that
that.
it's
I like it,
I'm
but
I think it's really good. I kind of
yeah,
like it.
I've been busy, but
Yeah,
it's
no, I
good.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like especially like when you're dealing with the multiverse or whatever, and just the amount of superheroes that there are now. Like it used to be like just Iron Man, and then it was like the small Avengers. For the first one, like the small team.
Yeah.
When you build it up to this magnitude, you're gonna have to have a lot of movies coming out. But uh, I think that one thing Marvel always does pretty well for me is like exceeding my expectations from the trailer. Like I don't really I usually watch a trailer like once or twice, except the Spider-Man one I watched a ton of times. But I usually watch a trailer like once or twice, um, and I don't really have an understanding of what the story's going to be about, which is kind of good because then like I get to be surprised or whatever during the movie. But
Yeah.
like same thing with Eternals. Like I have no idea what Eternals is about. I've seen the trailer
I
like
saw the
twice.
I saw the trailer only once, and that was before Shang-Chi. Like when I was at
Yeah.
the movie. I don't watch trailers unless I'm at the movie theater.
Okay.
Because like I don't really get the point. It's like, well, I'm gonna watch this anyway, so
Hmm.
you know. But I mean, I look forward to it. Like I'm cautiously optimistic when it comes to every Marvel movie, but what they do very well for me is like set up characters in movies to later have them be in other movies. They're
Yeah,
like,
they do really good world building and character building.
yeah, yeah,
For sure.
like they even though this franchise has been going on for like I don't know 10 years, 15 years, I don't know. They're able to like say, oh, there's this forest where a bunch of magic people live, and you could just be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like
I
even
that's
though
one
it's
thing
never
that
been mentioned, it's cool.
that's one thing that kind of did like take me out of the movie a little bit. Like instead of like focusing on the movie for like a good 5 minutes, I was like, how the hell is there like this universe of whatever? But then again, like they have you know nanobots that build suits. I mean, it's all nonfiction anyway, so or would not be fiction or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's all fantasy, and you just I guess when watching these movies, you kind of have to like let go of reality and look at it for how it is. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like the same thing could be said for like any fantasy series, like Lord of the Rings or Star
Star
Wars.
Wars,
Yeah,
anyone,
like
yeah,
Star Wars doesn't make any sense, but you like it anyway because of the plot.
exactly, exactly.
Um, but I don't know. It's cool. I thought the cinematography was cool, like especially when they got to the forest and
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know, like seeing all those different creatures. It's like wow, that could be a whole series in itself. You know?
yeah. I thought it was a really cinematically, whatever you want to call it. It looked really good. The movie,
Yeah. I'm
like that
glad they
fight scene in the building with like that neon thing shining through. Like all, I think there were like a lot of really cool ideas that they put in the movie that I thought looked really neat.
Yeah, I'm glad they released it in the theaters, you know?
Yeah, me too.
Because I
Like
wish they did that with the
exclusively.
Pixar movies. I don't know
Mhm.
why they don't. Because I feel like the Pixar movies would be really good in theaters, but for some reason they just don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll get back to it, but
Yeah. They
yeah, I'm
probably
glad this
released
one
this
was
one
that
in
good.
they probably released this one in theaters so the cast won't sue them again.
Yeah, because there's like a lot of legal stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
With like Black Widow and all that.
Yeah. Well, you know, Scarlett Johansson suing them because they released Black Widow online and in theaters, so she didn't get a cut. You know, and I'm not the biggest fan of Scarlett Johansson as a person because he's like, oh yeah, I love Woody Allen. It's like, oh, I don't know, but
Who's Woody Allen?
he's this director who married his own adoptive daughter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you know, typical Hollywood people. But
Yeah.
I feel like I dislike
um,
Disney more. So you know,
I mean, like, you know, even though like everyone's like, I did hear about that like a month ago or whatever. Like people are complaining like, oh, she's like already rich. What does it matter? Like at the same time, like, um, if you have a contract, it's a contract, and if you break
yeah.
it, then that's how it is. Like, I'd be pissed off too. So,
Yeah, it's not really
that's just
about whole. It's about like the principle of it, you
yeah,
know.
exactly. It's about the morality of going against like what you did. So
Well, we
I
all
don't
know
know.
Disney has no morality, but that's a video for another time.
Yeah, right.
So any other things you want to say about this?
Nah, man,
Shang-Chi?
good movie. Post credit scenes were cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad that it looks like Shang-Chi's gonna have a sequel at some point in the
yeah.
future, which is pretty cool.
Whenever
So
people leave the theaters during the credits, I'm thinking like, you idiots! This is like the 50th Marvel film. Don't you guys know?
I feel like there's probably like two people out there who like don't even know that they're a thing.
Yeah.
They just
People
like
always leave, and I'm like, dude, I want to say something, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, that's not my problem.
yeah, exactly. But
Well,
yeah,
think
man. I mean,
yeah,
solid eight or 9 out of 10. I would give the movie. I
yeah. I
really
give this
enjoyed
a
it.
B
So
minus. I think it was really good.
good stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. It was cool.
My pleasure. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
Maybe you could come back for the next Marvel thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe what
for
if
Eternals,
or
I'll
whatever.
probably do
Yeah.
the Eternals or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see you later.
All right.
Bye,
Thanks, man.
guys.